Hi everyone, it's Krista here to do the extended monthly forecast for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. This is for the month of September 2018. I hope that you enjoyed your August 2018 readings. This is a general reading for your sign. So if you have any personal issues or concerns that you want to tackle, you can always contact me via email or on Facebook, and those are in the description box below. So you can always reach me for personal readings. But for now, we're going to do a monthly reading for Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Aquarius Rising. You know what? That was the sign for me to stop, believe it or not. So 6-card reading for you today. Bottom of the deck card for general energy for the month for you. You have a little bit of defensiveness here in the month, but you're going to behave this way. Could be a good thing. I think you're on solid ground here. You've come from being victorious into having to protect that sense of victory for yourself. Could be real or perceived, so just be aware here that this is a real and not perceived sort of threat or environment that's making you defensive. But it could very well be for good reason as well. So just be careful here that this is a real and not perceived threat in your environment. If you are going about using this energy or encountering this defensive energy in the month of September. But I do want to stress here that the 7 of Wands means that you are already on solid ground. You're already on higher ground. So don't misuse authority. Or be juvenile about the discussion, the circumstance, or conversation. So that's what we're looking at with bottom of the deck energy for you. Now let's get a little idea of what's going on here with the 6 cards together with a little snapshot, as I always do. Just sort of get an idea of what's going on here with all the cards together before looking at them individually. You have a lot of fire this month in September, Aquarius, so a lot of actionable energy. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo individual, probably with some feminine or effeminate qualities, if not a woman. There could be Uranian energy here. This could be a sudden introduction or a sudden communication, a sudden change in direction in pursuit of something that's more exciting, perhaps, or something having to do with becoming an entrepreneur. But a lot of, very overt and sort of fun. It's very fast-moving energy. Fire is very fast-moving energy. Anything, if there's someone sad or mad, this is getting over easily. So this is actually really beautiful energy for you here. And of course, there could be some sexual or passionate energy with the Queen of Wands as well. The Page of Wands is right above it. So a new beginning or a new communication, possibly around this person. And then we have the 4 of Fire here, which is, of course, the happy home, a happy foundations, the beginning of creating happy foundations, creating the home you've always wanted, having the basics down, you're settled, the foundation is down, now you can grow from that. And that's exactly what's going on. You go from the 4 and a Page and a 7 to all the way up to a Queen. Really beautiful energy for you. You have this gorgeous Ace of Cups here, so a lot of love. Could be a new emotional opportunity for you here as well. And then this stunning 10 of Pentacles for your future. I mean, listen, don't give up. Whatever's going on, personal, professional, idealism, belief systems, sports, travel, whatever you're dealing with currently, you can apply these messages to, just as a really quick overview, messages of love, stability and finance, and long-range planning where all of the people in your life benefit. Really moving forward with a message of hope, taking extraordinary risks around your passion, having calculated risks around your passion. And this is what you could be a teeny bit defensive about here. Someone just not understanding your vision, okay? It could just be as simple as that for you this month, Aquarius. But rest assured, there's no swords in your reading at all, so you're not going to be living in your head. You're not going to be upset in any way. Somebody may be coming through for you as well. It could be like through your own sense of compassion, your own sense of love and faith. And, you know, your cup is full. You're offering something that's so welcoming and so pleasing to someone else. In fact, you could be learning the language of love here, or learning to say or even hear, you know, by and large, communicate in a loving way with a very special person here. Really nice open heart, beautiful family, gorgeous energy in terms of not only your past, but, you know, your advice card is do not stop at go. Okay, this is, if you had, I don't recall every reading, that's true that I do for every sign every month, but I feel for the past couple of months for you, it's been a lot of, you know, thinking and plotting and planning and, you know, maybe doing some revision. And listen, not anymore. This is the month of you must take action. So really gorgeous to see that for you as a general snapshot here. Let's look at why I would be saying that about the 7 cards here together with the Page of Cups here as the situation or the issue. Just gorgeous. As I mentioned, this is really, you know, heightening or leveling up your communication of the heart, right? This is a translative love card. This is learning how to translate your mode of communication, your heart. You know, how do you tell someone exactly how you feel? And how do you accept what they say, not only about how you feel, but where they are in the relationship at this time? Like this is, and then it does have the gorgeous Ace of Cups right underneath it. So I feel like this is actually setting you free. Even if you did have some conditions around this phase of things, even if you did, say, have some doubt, you're not playing into that here. There is literally no doubt at all shown here at all. I think you're moving forward with pure faith, and you're taking on the challenges that are necessary to this personal growth here, Aquarius. So I'm so pleased to see this for you, especially because, you know, as an air sign, I know it's not easy for Aquarians to look at the emotional side of things. I know it's not necessarily even natural, elementally speaking, unless you have a lot of water in the first 5 planets of your chart, for example, including your rising. You know, if you're an Aquarius, say Aquarius moon, and you have a Scorpio sun and a Pisces rising, this could feel a little bit more natural for you. You could feel like you can get out of your head and into your heart. But unless you have a lot of water in the most prominent planets, the first 5 planets of your chart, this could feel like new ground or breaking new ground for you. And if that's the case, congratulations. But recall here that the point of loving and compassionate communication is to not only be the speaker, but to be the receiver. So pay heed to that as well. And I'll get to this in detail in just a moment, but the Ace of Cups does fall underneath it. So I want you to be sure here as well that whomever you're approaching has his or her cup as full as yours, because this is an opportunity. This is something that's being offered to you. So we're not looking at a soulmate situation right here at all. This is about who are you? Who are you, and what kind of, how does this feel, right? And it is sitting, the waters are sort of sitting together here. So lots of beautiful emotional communication for the month of September. I'm so happy to see that for you. And it's also about time. You know, we all need to, whether we're intellectually adept or emotionally adept, we need to balance, you know, our elemental energies. So someone say, for example, that this could be very natural for, you know, a lot of emotional energy or compassionate energy might be lacking in, say, organizational energy with the pentacles, or even actionable energy with the wands here. So, you know, the whole point is balance here. But I see this feeling a little more natural for you, or at least you paying more attention to this. This is a point of interest for you in the month of September. Beautiful energy. Look at what it's followed by. This actually represents you this month, Aquarius. This gorgeous Four of Wands, as I said. I mean, really, just take a look at her. She's, you know, I do believe that music is healing as well. So there could be not only a type of reunion here, if not an actual reunion, but a meeting of the minds, a meeting of the hearts, but so much so that you can behave this way. You've actually physically gotten together. You're physically working on or moving toward the next layer or level of your happy home. your sturdy and stable home. Gorgeous energy. You know, and then with the lamps there, her music, her eyes are sort of off to the side. She could be playing in a band that we don't see. I think that's another element to the energy behind this as well. There's a lot of people who are benefiting from this and wanting the same thing. At least 2 people are benefiting from this and wanting the same outcomes. So if you feel like you're early on into a happy home situation, for example, or creating the foundations to something that has a lot of potential to grow here, especially if it's about a passion or a like a calling, okay? Like whether that's technical or spiritual or familial, whether that's travel or economics, again, no matter what this is applying to, you have a vision and it's compelling you, but it's a passion of yours, but you do share it here, or you're going to invite other people, or other people will be benefiting from this, especially here that we have this gorgeous 10 of Pentacles right underneath it. So the situation, the card representing you, and then our recent past is the Page of Fire. This is where I can see you were on route to your highest good, your highest passion. This is the card, and it does have the Queen of Fire under it, so this is helping to create the energy that I'm talking about here. I really feel like this does have to do with the calling. Maybe it's something that you can't describe. Maybe it's something you're just now finding the words for. You know what I mean? Or, as I said, you know, receiving messages of love or confirmation, right? Like, you can do this. This is okay. You're loved and accepted and understood. And then you accept and love and understand it. It's mutual. It creates this mutuality. But you could very well be leading this. You're bookended by these messages of love here, and then by this very passionate, you know, mature, very energized, entrepreneurial queen here. Enormous power that she has, of transformation as well. I mean, the Queen of, listen, look at the element of fire, first of all. The element of fire, just like any other element, can consume or it can contribute. Okay, so this is where I see a very healthy contribution, very healthy contribution. You're not consumed by your emotions. You're not even consumed by your passions. You're just interested in bringing those to light. You have a long-range picture here. You know exactly what to do. Keep going, whatever is going on here, Aquarius. So right, in the recent past with the Page of Fire, you have a very distinct message, okay? A very distinct message. Something very significant to share here. Pages really are about passing on messages and inspiration. So I also find a great deal of inspiration here, and I also find it here with the Ace of Cups. So this could just very well turn out to be an extraordinarily inspired month for you, Aquarius. I'm over the moon for you right now, by the way. I do not recall reading a reading for you like this in so long, so maybe a lot of tides are going to turn for you in September, and I really hope that's true for you. And if you needed this message, if you needed to know, yes, you're going the right, you know, don't give up, or it's not your imagination here, or you know, this happy home that you had begun, you can keep going, and this is real. This is real. There's nothing pretend about this. And it is affecting a lot of people, right? Whether you're aware of it or not, whether you even want it to or not. It's affecting a lot of people, but in the best way, in a very beautiful, positive, compassionate way. You may have been changed by a series of messages here, or you could be changing others through your series of messages here. I want to add that as well. We do have 2 pages. Chronologically, these actually sit together. As the recent past, this, you know, technically comes over here. So we have these messages of passion, this, you know, communication rushing in, at the exciting beginning stage of sharing communications and developing your spirit, developing your soul here. quite enlightening. I think you might, in some way, and this could be a message for particular Aquarians, I think you might just be coming to terms with something about yourself. Perhaps that you, as I mentioned a little while ago, throughout the past several months, you know, have been planning and thinking about and working through. It's like, you know, you've done all that work, you've done the legwork, and now you just get to go full force into your passion here, or your calling, as it were. And a lot of it could have just been, am I comfortable with this or not? You know, I accept this, but how is my family going to accept this? How are my foundations going to be affected by this? You know, what's this mean to my heart and my communications with people that I love and have, you know, emotional relationships with? I think it's going to be very well received, because in the present is the Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups on its own is an energy, in my view, that is highly spiritual. A cup overfloweth, okay, in this card. Something significant is being provided to you on an emotional scale. Now, our mind rules our emotions, and our mind is ruled, if we're not careful, by our environment. So whether you are ruling your mind through your environment or despite your environment, you're still being offered this gift of peace and love and spiritual wellness. And love with a capital L. This is not about, again, unless this is speaking directly to a romantic situation for you, I'm going to suggest that this is just pure love that you really need right now. So again, with the communication here, with the loving communication, compassion, I think first and foremost, you must have it for yourself. You know, provide this for yourself. Allow this to come in, you know, make the room. It's not going to be a struggle for you this month, Aquarius, so you don't have to do anything about it except for keep following your passion. As long as you keep moving in this direction to your highest good and most prosperous future, this is all going to be provided to you. So you don't have to struggle this month, I'm happy to say. You don't have to struggle this month. Thank the Lord. But what a beautiful energy there. So if you feel blocked in any way, I just want to add right now, if you feel blocked or if you feel blindsided, or I don't think you will, nothing here is saying that. But if there's residual energy, say from August, you know, you're going to want to catch yourself thinking those things and then just, you know, mentally create a waterfall and wash it away, or create a magician and, you know, transform it, or, you know, create the image of an icicle and have that melt. You know, old images, sorry, not old images, old patterns of beliefs and concepts and ideas and behaviors that you know are outmoded because you've already been victorious about it. Now you have to defend it, even from yourself. This could be all about you. You could have to take yourself to task this month. This could be about nobody else, right? You have to remind yourself, look, don't give yourself grief. Defend how far you've already come. You're on solid ground here. You're on higher ground. Yeah, it could all be happening in your own heart, by your own spirit. But again, you're not trapped in your head, so thank God for that. You really deserve to be out of, you know, any heavy mental energy. And I do believe, Aquarius, that has a lot to do with your own hard work as well. You've been doing a lot of work and self-actualization, so I'm hoping that you can feel the benefits of that this month, because you deserve that. 10 of Pentacles in your future position. This is pure prosperity. This is having everything you've ever wanted. So wealthy, so rich, so healthy. I don't feel a great sense of greed or even pride here. There's not one thing that's negative about this. In fact, the more you have, the more you can share. Okay, so there's nothing negative about this at all. This is also generational. There's a generational concept behind the 10 of Pentacles. There could be inheritance for some Aquarians watching, or an issue of inheritance in your near future in the month of September. Or it could just be that you're discussing that and wills are being drawn or revised, or something's just being given to you. There could be an heirloom that's given to you at this time that's very sentimental, but also very valuable This is anytime we're dealing with pentacles, we're dealing with values. If we're not dealing with finances or assets here, though, however, we could just be dealing particularly with personal health, bodily health, and the stability of a family situation and the value system. Okay, value systems in general are highlighted here. So again, if it's not about the financial world or assets, inheritance, financial prosperity, that type of thing, we are looking at value systems. Again, it does sit under this beautiful, cozy beginning of a new home. There could even be a new home or a purchase of a new home. It just occurred to me. Or the opportunity here for a new home. Very interesting to see those together. This very rich generational, prosperous card here that deals with values and commitments and family. The strength of family and again, even heirlooms and inheritances. And then this, the beginning of a stable, happy home. So absolutely gorgeous. And here, as I said, as your advice is the Queen of Fire. Listen, it's almost like this is saying, if you've been quiet about what's ever in your heart, if you've been quiet about it, you have to find a rooftop and you have to scream that out. Now, exactly like that? No, not if you don't want to. Maybe you just want to tell someone or express yourself in a blog. Maybe you want to make a video. Maybe you want to start a business around what you have concluded here. Maybe you feel like a spiritual advisor. Maybe this is a large part of it, like coming to terms with becoming spiritually adept, becoming emotionally centered, okay? And it isn't easy, I promise you. Again, not just because you're an air sign, even for some water signs, right? They can overdo this and be lacking in other areas. But this isn't your story this month. Your story is you've got something figured out, Aquarius. You've got something figured out. And I think whatever you do, don't give up on it. Like, keep going after it. Keep going after it. Whatever you have already begun, whatever you've already incited or begun, or has taken a hold on you, or is a calling or a passion. I'm going to add here that this could very well have to do with a creative project as well. We could be dealing with spirituality, the arts, or really any creative venture, including the media. But you could also be doing creative work, possibly with your hands. And I did mention spirituality, but you could very well go into acting or singing as well. This is a performer, okay? We're dealing with wands or fire energy. These are the performers. These are the famous people, the more I learn about these cards, the more I realize that it could very well be, it's almost like, can you see yourself the way other people see you? I never even dreamed I'd say that about this. Could it be that you have a star quality here that you're supposed to exhibit for however long, okay? Maybe don't give a start and an end date. Maybe just treat it as naturally as possible. Is that possible for you? Does that feel natural to you? Are you comfortable being in the spotlight? Are you comfortable being a star? Whatever that means to you. Let's say it's a romance relationship, someone's star, someone's special someone, okay? So again, use these messages to your advantage. But if this is a solo theme for you, if you're not dating, it has nothing to do with business, and you're really trying to look at how to apply this, it's almost like, can you accept yourself exactly as you are? It's saying here you can. It's almost like, and I don't mean to laugh, but there's almost like a point that I feel like you've almost gotten to by September 2018, Aquarius, where you're just like, listen, putting this off is more trouble than it's worth, or denying this, or avoiding this, or trying to move away from this is more trouble than it's worth. It's almost like that Anaïs Nin quotation where she wrote, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, you know, we change when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of expanding or growing. And I think that's where you are right now. I think you might, in a very beautiful, compassionate way, again, very likely with your own self, just, you know, get to the point where you're like, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Let the chips fall where they may. If it's a mistake, I'll deal with it. If it's not, good. I benefit. But either way, you get to take whatever you've encountered here into the future. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is a lost cause here. So keep going in the direction of your highest spiritual and emotional development. The signs are cautioning you. Pay attention to the red flags. Yeah, I mean, this is a very curious card to get out of all this, only because there's nothing giving any warnings here at all. I think it could have something to do here with the, you know, you're protecting something here. You're being a little bit defensive. If there are red flags at this time, I think it could just really be about the company you keep, okay? The emotional energy that you share this month. Be aware that some individuals, whether they're aware of it or not, and that's neither here nor there, the point is that you are aware, because you're only responsible for yourself. Some people don't get it, and some people don't want to get it, and even worse, some people want to destroy the fact that you get it. So just be aware of the energy you share this month, especially because you're doing such incredibly expansive inner work, and your behavior might change. Someone may not be able to catch up with you. Someone may have a hard time with you. They don't like what you're doing. They don't like what you're saying. That's okay. They're allowed to do that, but you're allowed to walk away from that. You don't have to tolerate someone who doesn't understand you or doesn't get you. Another red flag or a sign that could be cautioning you is, of course, the infamous emotional vampire, especially with all this water in the month for you. I'm just going to caution you away from emotional vampires. No draining people in the month for you. It's just going to distract you. It's going to distract you. No distractions this month, Aquarius. Keep going. Move ahead. Don't even let yourself in your own way. Have enough compassion and self-respect and love for yourself. And knowledge that you're doing the right thing, that you're moving ahead in accordance to your highest good. You know, and if it feels impossible or like, oh, you know, I don't want to, it's a bad habit, whatever. You know, remember here that you want to be your own best friend. You want to help yourself into the next beautiful layer of your life. Here we have woman medicine and we have messenger. Totally. So I want to state unequivocally that these are in alignment here with the Queen of Wands. Unequivocally. Hawk, messenger, totally. You know, this could very well be a spiritual leader, as I said. Messages, very, very important. Winged animals for you this month. Pay attention. If you find any feathers, especially hawk feathers, if you can discern them from others, you're going to want to pick that up. That is required energy for you this month. And then woman medicine. Yeah, don't apologize for being female. Don't apologize for being a strong, independent woman. Strong, independent woman. Okay? And you want to make the best of that as well. Use that to your advantage. Don't misuse it, but use it to your advantage. Here we have the tribe. Where do you belong? I think you're finding out. You're finding out. And it's almost maybe through a process of elimination. Maybe that's why the last couple of months have been so difficult for you. It's almost like, yeah, finding your tribe. Where do you belong? And I certainly do a lot of process of elimination work as well. I find that's one way to get rid of options. Ooh, let's see here. that don't belong to you, so you can focus. It just helps create focus. But the tribe is really talking about your spiritual family, your actual family, you know, your kin. Who are you close to? Who do you share, you know, who do you vibe with? Okay, so this is really taking place for you. Could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus or someone with Venusian, strong Venusian energy here. There could be a lot of music featured for you in the month, perhaps a celebration, but ultimately balance, as I said at the very beginning here, balance between the mind and the heart and behavior. You know, just keep this energy super high. No going backwards, no making excuses. You don't even have to explain anything to anybody. Nothing. No, you don't have to explain anything. You just have to keep moving forward in the direction of your goals and dreams, okay? And then look at this, the celebration. Absolutely. You're going to be so happy with who you discover you are at the end of September, and I'm delighted for you. This is such a long time in the coming for you, so please don't deny what it is in your heart that you really want to achieve, Aquarius, okay? Because I believe that you can, and you've done the legwork, so don't hold yourself back anymore. Don't talk yourself out of it. Remember, these red flags could come from you too. Your red flags, the signs, they could be overthinking, so don't let yourself go down that path. Defend what you've already worked hard for. Know you're on solid ground. Harmony, seeking balance in all situations. Where's your family? Who do you trust? Who do you want to protect? This is a great deal of protection energy for you as well. And then celebrate. Find a reason to celebrate here. I'm out of time. I feel like I wish I could go on here, but I think that covers everything. And I really appreciate you watching and sharing my videos. I love that you subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for the encouragement to continue doing this work. And of course, I love hearing from you. So if you have a second, let me know what you think about the reading and how it works out for you for the month of September. Until we meet the next time, take excellent care of yourselves, Aquarians. Bye for now.